Well, that seems to have done it quite quickly. Hopefully, everything is good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to... Oh, that might be a bit loud. Another live stream. Friday evening live stream. In my office that is ridiculously warm. Let's change this up. Hello, and welcome. I'm just checking the stream. It is streaming. There is an option to stream at 2K, right? I'm sure I set this to be 2K. Quality! Advanced! Yes, we can go up to 1440p. Lovely, which is 2K. Wonderful. And this time round, as well, we should also have a higher bitrate, so my YouTube shouldn't scream at me. Hi, hello, pear-shaped pear, welcome, hello, philosopher, Philophrosine? Once the glasses are on, it makes it really fucking difficult to see names. Hello, 1 minute early. I was 1 minute early. I have sorted out my streaming software so that I don't fail every time. It's been successful the past few times that we have streamed, and it's better. But I have also been playing around with my audio settings, so my voice might either be ridiculously loud, ridiculously quiet. You might hear loads of plosives. You might hear all sorts of things, but I'm hoping that there is nothing wrong. And talking of voice settings as well, today I have made a big payment. I have made a big purchase. I have bought myself an SM7B microphone, which is, you know, the one that all the professional podcasters use, because currently I'm using a Rode NT1, and realistically I want something a little bit better, because I have noticed that the plosives, when I say the letter P or B or anything that makes a harsh sound, I have noticed in my recordings and streams recently that it's a little, it's not great. So I've ordered a new microphone that should be a lot better for stuff like that. Philophrosine. But yes, we are in Kerbal Space Program. Let us change over to the proper live scene so that we can see the game in all of its glory. I don't know, actually. So I've got this scene, which kind of fills up the screen, right? It fills up the entire screen, but my face does cover some of the video. We also, well, it covers some of the game, but then we also have this scene, which you can see the entire game. And you can see chat, and you can see me. You can see everything. This has everything, but it does make the game a bit smaller. But we are in 1440p, so that might not be the end of the world. I do wonder what is better. If anyone has a personal preference, do they prefer face top right or face over the game? What do you think looks better? Because we'll go with hopefully what people say. Just came in, hell yeah, hello brats, 227, welcome. Over the game does make it, you know, the game larger. Face over game is fine. That is fine. It does make it easier for me to, actually, let's start recording. If I was to record this and cut this up though, it would make it easier for me to actually cut just the game out using this one, but if I did do a recording of this, I think I'd put my face in it anyway, because I've basically done this entire series all on live stream. Face over game is fine. This makes text too small. That's fair. That's fair. Cool. We'll go for over the game, and yeah. I honestly cannot remember what I was doing last. I know we were going for the moon, and I'm fairly sure the very last thing that we did was something probably incredibly stupid, which was to pick up early lunar crude orbit. So we now have 2 programs active. We have crude orbit and early lunar probes, which is why the title of this live stream is Can We Get to the Moon? Because that is the next thing that we are going to be doing. We have done our initial low Earth orbit satellites, of which we've sent up, I think, about 5. The next thing will be to send some things over to the moon. And over the course of the last live stream, we did build up our first lunar capable vehicle. We are going to have to wait until we get... I was going to say until we get 1958 engines, but we've got those already. So actually, no, we don't need to wait for anything. We can just go. We can go. We're waiting around to build up a rocket, but I'm fairly sure we've got everything that we need, which is fantastic to go to the moon. Cool. Well, first things first, we're going to come into research and development, because everyone loves research and development. We're going to come into Lunar Range Communications, and we are going to buy Comms Tech Level 1, because we need this to talk to the moon. Let's buy that. Cool. We've got Comms Tech Level 1 and Tracking Station Upgrade done, and we are going to buy that. In fact, let's just buy it whilst we're in here. Now, with that bought, let's reach the big white rock. We will. With that bought, we're going to go into the vehicle assembly building and see if everything goes to plan. I believe we should be able to reach the moon. I'm not sure if I finished our lunar impactor. Lunar impactor. Oh, and you know what I forgot? I think it was Selena, wasn't it? No, it was Leica. It was Leica that won. In the last live stream that I did, we did do a poll during the live stream what the lunar series of missions should be called, and I believe Leica 1. So we are going to call this Leica 1. This is going to be an attempt at impacting and flying by the moon all in one. Now, I think there was a problem with this, and the problem was that for some reason our RCS wasn't working. Now, I think a way of fixing this would just be to do something like this. Whack this on there. This is helium and HDP. We should have more than enough in there for the mission. We're going to see if this works. Let's do a simulation, because we've not actually done this mission all the way through yet. We'll place that there like that. This, theoretically, should be all we need to do to send to the moon. Maybe we will make this look a little bit better, because right now, it does look a little bit hideous. Switch the Gamma 301 to an RD015. Oh, what? Down here? Down here. We might do that at a later point. We've already got an RD105 over here, powering the translunar injection stage. I think I just want to keep this like this for now, because I don't want to get too bogged down in building a new rocket. We probably will upgrade this rocket very shortly, though, and what we will do is we'll go through. I reckon if I come into here, show hide management, if I come into research, once we get basic avionics and probes, we'll upgrade everything on here and then make it a lot better. We'll upgrade our launch vehicle, because I think that will be nigh on time. And then maybe we can look at using the RD105. But I think this is going to... yeah, we'll rename this Leica 1. Leica 1. We'll save this, and I'll give it a simulate. And hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we should be able to smack right into the moon. Now, this looks like it is not okay to me, because this should go there. Yes. Perfect. That is what we want to see. Then, oh god, I can't see my staging because of the glasses. Right, okay. Let's get rid of that. Then that fires, and that fires, then that all fires. Maybe we want that to go first. And then that. Yep, that looks good. I reckon that's fine. Cool. Save. Let's give it a simulate. It's going to be a while before we have a launch this live stream, I imagine. Cool. Right, I do not want to start in orbit. I want to go to Earth. And I want to start on the ground. We'll simulate and see how this goes. New Zealand Space Agency, right? Yes, we are playing as the New Zealand Space Agency. I hope you don't crash into the moon. That's the whole point! We're supposed to be crashing into the moon. What do you mean you hope I don't? That's what we want. Yeah, but RD015 is so much better, or at least a Gamma 2. I mean, yeah, we could, yeah, either one of those would be a lot better than the Gamma 201, Gamma 301 that we have got. It is very, very, very bad. Right, so, what we want to do is bring up Tip. Tip is going to help us get to the moon. Window 2. Nope, I don't care. Window 1. Right, let's warp to target moon, and we'll warp to window 1. And our launch inclination is going to be 39.23. fine. It's going to take us about 5 days to get over to the moon. That's also fine. Let's come into ascent guidance. Also fine. We are... Yes, that's right. Why is this all weird now? Early shut-off stage. Last stage is going to be 3. And so is the early shut-off stage. We want to be 250 by 250 kilometers. Current, that's fine. In 1 minute and 15 seconds. I think that's everything that we need to do. We probably want to make sure that, yeah, support hot staging 1.5 seconds. I just want to make sure that this design works. And maybe after we check and see that the lunar section of this design works, maybe we will replace some of these. Maybe we'll replace that engine with an RD-105 or something a bit different. Seeming as we are building an RD-105 for this mission anyway, it seems like that would be good. 270 degrees, Carnasso. What's 270 degrees? What's 270 degrees? Are we launching into... I believe we should be 1090. I just saw 270 and that's got me all sorts of worried. Ascent guidance. 1090. No, that's fine. No, I think we're good. Let's engage autopilot and just go in 3, 2, 1. How's IFT 12? I didn't actually watch it because I was sleeping. Accidentally sent it to Mars. Let's not accidentally send anything to Mars today. I don't think we're going to be doing any sort of interplanetary missions for a while. I think we're going to be mostly focusing on getting to crewed ASAP as soon as physically possible. And once we've got to crewed oil, we're going to want to make petroleum out of that. We're also going to want to make diesel. Diesel floats to the bottom because it is heavier. We're going to need to sort of, you know, separate it using a... No, that's not what we want. Crude as in... crew, you know. We're going to send Kerbals up. That's what our main focus is going to be because we have picked up the crude program. So we land on Triton by the end of the decade. That is the goal, yes. Lol, I woke up at 3 AM. I have woken up at 3 AM most nights recently due to the fact that it is bloody hot in the UK at the moment. So warm that, yes, I have not streamed for the past 4 days because I've been waiting for my room, my office, my study, whatever you want to call it, my gaming lab, to get to livable temperatures. Temperatures that aren't basically emulating the surface of the sun. It's not too bad in here at the moment. It's only 10 degrees above room temperature, you know, 31.5 degrees centigrade, so it could be a lot worse. Have you ever sent a crew to the moon and your trajectory changes on the way to the moon and they end up hitting the moon? No, not that I am aware of. Ever heard of AC? Yes, I have heard of air conditioning, but considering the UK gets maybe 2-3 hot weeks per year, I can't justify spending £2,000 on air conditioning. Maybe soon? It's definitely something that... Oh god, well, we need to fix our staging there because that shouldn't go at the same time as we separate that. But that's fine. That's fine. Not the end of the world. Yeah, considering the UK only gets really... stupidly hot for maybe like 2-3 weeks of the year. Yeah, spending £2,000 on air conditioning seems a bit dumb. We are, well, you know, like 51 degrees north. We're pretty high north. So we're supposed to like live with cold weather, not hot. It's kind of cheap here in the USA. Well, in the UK it is not, and I think that's why not many houses have it. My parents have air conditioning, but I do not. A lot of things are cheap in the US and a lot aren't. I mean, yeah, well, I feel like because air conditioning is somewhat required in a lot of the US, I have been to Vegas and I have been to Florida. Both very, very warm places. Yeah, I don't think you could survive without air conditioning then. I just spent 18 grand to replace my air conditioning. Wow, that's quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything stupidly expensive, literally. I think maybe a portable unit even might be okay. And I'm only going to get one, and I was looking at spending maybe between £500 and £2,000. But there are other things that I want to get first. And I keep spending my money on things that I probably don't need, like new microphones for my streaming. 18 grand, man, that's more than what most people make in crochet in a year. I mean, that's not that far off of... It's a bit less than what I make in UK. But I do not have a very... it's not a terrible paid job. I'm on about average UK salary, I think, for my job. Where I live, it gets to 100 in USA degrees. 100's like 37, right? Or thereabouts. I think 100 is fever temperature, and this is how I'm basing it on. And having a fever in the in the temperature that makes sense to me is about 37.5, 38. Anything above 38, I think you're unwell. You're a software engineer. How did you manage to get 25k a year from that? I earn more than that, but not a huge amount more than that. UK average salary is about 34,000, I think. But I'm at the start of my career. I've only been doing software engineering for like 2 years. And yeah, hopefully, in not very long, that will definitely jump up and improve, which I'm very much looking forward to. Right, well, this is all going swimmingly. I think the next thing that we want to, do is just make sure that this all works. Then I think we're going to see if all of this works and see if we can hit the moon. I have utmost faith that I can. Average pay in Croatia is around 1,200 euros a month. Depends, though. 1,500 is pretty average if you have a good high school. Damn. Yeah, I think we can tell when you became a software engineer. Yes, it tended to... It sort of coincided when I stopped uploading. I mean, I studied computer science at uni. I started that in 2019. And then did that for a bit. And then didn't actually get a job in it until 2024. Thanks to COVID and other things that got in the way. Where I live, it gets down to 14 early morning and get to 27 or 30 by midday. So that's sort of what the UK has been this past week. I don't actually know what the temperature is outside right now. It's 25 degrees outside right now. And it's cloudy. And it's humid as anything. And I'm sweating. I'm sweating so much that I have literally brought in a towel. Like, not to throw in. I'm not going to be throwing in the towel on this career. But every now and then, when it gets a little bit unbearable, I'm going to have to, you know, do a little dab. Like so. Hopefully it should mean that I don't die in here. Because that would be terrible. I'm sure there would be at least 3 people sad. You have the same towels. I got these from Dunelm. They are so nice. When I moved into my house in December, basically, we decided that we were going to have a themed bathroom, and it's really the only room that we've actually sort of made look nice. And everything. So the theme is this sort of turquoisey colour. That and ducks. So there are a lot of ducks in my bathroom, as well as these sort of greeny sort of towels. We've got a toilet mat that matches. We've got a bath sort of thing that matches as well. It's probably the nicest room in the house, which is a bit weird considering it is just, you know, our bathroom. Right, anyway, we made it to orbit. That's brilliant. What we want to do is decouple. Oh, look at that right, RCS. Cool, the RCS works now. So I've got Kerbal effects on here, which is why there was a sort of decoupling animation there. Very, very nice mod. First time that I've seen it in use. We want to get rid of this as well. I think. Hang on. Do we? Procedural tank. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we want to get rid of this. Bye. Have a nice life. Okay. With that, it is time to go into Principia and work out our flight plan. We want to create a flight plan. We want the plan length to be maybe about 5 days. 5 days, because that's how long it said it would take us to get to the moon. We're going to add a maneuver. We're going to go for about 3,150 meters per second, because that's roughly how much we need to go to the moon. Maybe we'll do 3,130 and just go up. We can now see... What's my plotting reference? Centered inertial. Why does it look so weird? Oh, because I've got no active engines. Okay. Right. Hit space. Now, active engines. There we go. That should make things a little bit better. Perfect. Yes, that looks more normal now. Right. We go... Ooh, no, we want to... No, not by an hour. We want to go like this. Slowly but surely until we get into the position where we should impact the moon. I think if we go for about there and then we change our... Oh, that looks somewhat promising. If we go for about there, then we change our plotting frame to lunar centered inertial. We can see that we are still quite a way away from the moon, but we are close enough to, you know, really fine-tune this orbit now. If we go about there... Okay. Let's go for about there, and let's just fiddle around with this until we get a smack on the moon. We need only about 3,100. That's slightly better than I thought. Go for that. Come on. Come on. 10 seconds up. I mean, we are hitting the moon there already because our periaps is minus 500,000. But let's try and get as close into the moon as possible. Let's just absolutely smack it. Smack it as hard as possible, like that. We don't want to be making the moon think that we're going to orbit. No, we want the moon to realize that we are coming straight at it. And we're going to smack it as hard as possible. Right, where is... There should be a button which allows me to... Not inertially fixed. There should be a button that allows me to put... Where is it? That allows me to put it as a maneuver node. Why can I never find this? Not inertially fixed. Oh, is it because we've not upgraded the tracking station? It very well could be. Which is really annoying. However, I know that I've got 3,259 meters per second of delta V. I know that I can use my RCS. I think this is fine. I don't need to go to the moon. And I just need to wait for the tracking station upgrade to happen. Which won't take an awful lot of time. So I think I'm ready to actually just, leave the simulation. Because we don't need it. We don't need it. Got 7 hours. That's more than enough to do this maneuver and then rely on the batteries here. Yeah, let's go back into the vehicle assembly building, because I think we're good. Dunelm, Egyptian coffee? Egyptian cotton, nice and fluffy. It is indeed. It's so soft. I love it. It's really nice. I'm going to university to study aeronautics engineering to become a NASA engineer or astronaut if the job is available then. Nice. Very nice. Buying ice towels first time felt kind of like an induction to adulthood. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I've been an adult for quite some time now, so this is not the first set of towels. Weather report says 21 degrees and high of 26 degrees today. It's pretty nice weather, that. I just like going to the market and buying stuff. Makes me feel like I'm actually doing something right. Yeah, that's fair. I have spent so much money today. So I'm going to Download Festival, which is a festival in the UK, sort of like a metal festival, in a couple of weeks' time. So today I have ended up buying myself a camping chair. I have gone and bought myself a 85-litre hiking backpack. I have bought loads of stuff that I'm going to need for the actual festival. And yeah, quite a few different bits. A lot of astronauts have thousands of hours in flight experience. I imagine they do. Verbally, this way is more common than first selected astronauts, but still pretty common. 100 hours of flights so far. Nice. I think I can now. But when I was younger, I couldn't apply for a pilot's license because of being type 1 diabetic. We really wouldn't give a scientist a flight plan. What if they were the only person that was able to perform it because all of the pilots came sick of food poisoning? TS and MC level 2 are needed for flight planning in Patch Conics, so it may be the same for Principia. I think, yeah. I think I do need to get the thing. The other thing. Right, what we... no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna send this. This is what we are going to do. Unlock cost is going to be 15,000. It's going to take about 80 days to build. We're going to launch this. We should have pretty much everything. We just need to unlock one part. Lovely. There we go. We have built Leica 1. Leica 1 is going to be our attempt at sending something over to the moon. We're already at that stage. We're going through the moon. I didn't know I was type 1 diabetic. Yes, I am type 1. I have been type 1 ever since I was 2 years old. I have had it for forever, basically. Whoa! It's a British person. Hello, Beastie. What are you doing up? Isn't it like 5 a.m. your time at the moment? I'm pretty sure it is. Why are you up at these ridiculous hours? Right, you should start seeing... Yeah, now we're getting 560 a day, which is fantastic. Are we hiring any sort of scientists? No, we're not. Do we want more staff? We've got 350 engineers. Maybe it would be good to start getting some more engineers so that we can start pumping these out, because we are going to want to start pumping these out. And we're getting 563 funds a day at the moment, which is an insane amount. It is, but it's Saturday, so it's fine. Fair. Have I watched Star City? No, I haven't. I didn't even realise it's out. I've not even really been watching the most recent season of For All Kerbal Kind, to be honest. I'm addicted to Zomboid. Fair. My mum's uncle was a type 2, has been since he was 20, now he's 73, still kicking hard. Nice. Hi, can I say hello, Crocnell? Welcome. Beastie, I understand you. Zomboid is a fantastic game. I've actually been playing RimWorld today. I have downloaded myself a Fallout mod pack, and I've been playing a Fallout version of RimWorld. And it's very difficult. It's very difficult, because I wanted to start a vault, so I picked a wasteland start, and all of my colonists are dying of radiation poisoning, funnily enough. Anyway, I think, yeah, we do want to maybe get our engineers. Let's auto hire some engineers up to 400, and we'll leave reserve funds of about 10,000. So it'll take a while before we start building them, but once we do, we'll get them very quickly. Yeah, reach 400 engineers. Yeah, that'll be done very shortly, which is very nice. And then we should really start churning out these moon rockets at the rate of knots. I think what we'll do is we'll fly this first one, because I know that this will work, and then once we fly this first one, maybe we'll go in, we'll see sort of the technology that we've unlocked, which hopefully we'll get basic avionics and probes pretty soon. Then we can upgrade our launch vehicle. Send help. Rim out, New World. RimWorld, let's go. I wouldn't mind streaming some RimWorld again. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since I've done anything RimWorld related, and RimWorld is fantastic. RimWorld is a bloody brilliant game, and I have spent I think I've got about 2,000-ish hours on RimWorld currently. Right, 58 solid rockets is coming. I think now what we want to do is probably, actually, we've got 400 researchers, which is great. Now I'm going to need more engineers. So engineers, I think, if we, not engineers, researchers. I think maybe we auto hire 516. Yeah, we're gaining loads. Let's go up to 750, and we'll leave reserve funds at about 15,000. And there we go. That should hopefully give us a nice boost to our science. We've got 11.6 science that we've got to spend right now. And actually, I think I'm going to go have a look and see if there's anything that we can spend that on. Because what we need basic capsules. So we need 40 science. We need a way to get 40 science, because I need early human spaceflight material science and then basic capsules to basically do those crewed contracts. And crewed contracts is definitely something that we want to work towards really quickly. I have to figure out how to do that. Just finished my magic playthrough. I made a master necromancer and turned raiders into workers. Nice. I have played. I've never streamed it or done anything on channel with magic, but I have played magic playthroughs using RimWorld of Magic. Very fun mod. I like mixing it with medieval mods and trying to make like little fantasy worlds. I find that quite fun. You should try RimWorld multiplayer. I didn't even realize you could play RimWorld multiplayer. That's definitely not something that I've seen before. RimWorld is so moddable, you can turn it into Star Wars, Fallout, Star Trek, a full-blown Western, medieval, fantasy, steampunk, and I once saw someone turn it into Plants vs. Zombies. That's amazing. There are some really good zombies mods, actually, for RimWorld. Some really, really, really good zombies mods for RimWorld. I remember playing one. In fact, I had some videos on my channel of it. It didn't go well. Crude Mars Impactor, please. We will be getting to that. Hold your horses. Steady now, because we're floating precariously and therefore furthermore frivolously on tectonic plates. And everything we stand on and everything we stand for is rather unstable right now, so I think I'll kill you some time and have you done medium rare, but I think I'll tease my palate with some crudités just to prepare. You see, we've had a Joker in the pack now for quite some time, and I reckon it's about time we roast this swine. Oh, I love Enshikari. Right, anyway. Yeah. I'm happy with everything that is going on. 750 researchers is going to be done after we build Leica 1. And I think after we build Leica 1, we probably are going to just, like, you know, jump right in and build Leica 2. Because what else would we do? I love cooking with wine. Sometimes I even put it in the food. That sounds like something an alcoholic might say. I'm not really a big drinker myself. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I had anything to drink. Leica 1 is going to be done in 5 days. Probably the first week of April that I had off for my girlfriend's birthday. We had some mead from a place called Lime Bay Winery, which is a place in Devon, and they do mead, they do ciders, they do all sorts of things. Right, Lime Bay Winery, sponsor me, please. I would honestly love to sponsor your stuff. But yeah, they do mead. It's basically honey wine, and oh my god, it is so good. So incredibly good. Absolutely love that stuff. And yeah, I think we had a bottle for her birthday, as well as eating fancy cheese that I picked up from a garden show and crackers, because I have become a sophisticated adult at some point. Con as a sellout. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Lime Bay Winery, they get the thumbs up from me. Literally, so good. So good. Tastes amazing. Right, let's warp to complete. And we're actually going to duplicate Leica 1. Just in case it goes what you might call tits up. We'll rename this. Incredibly inventive. We'll add an extra I on the end to make it Leica 2. Right, let's warp to complete. Mead can be rich and sweet or even dry like a white wine depending on how you make it. I've only ever had the mead from Lime Bay Winery, and it is very, very, very sweet. Ah, yes, a nice cold glass of RP-1. Who put a microphone there? Jeez. Please recreate New Glen. Maybe. We'll see how this launch goes. There is every chance that we could recreate New Glen if this goes catastrophically wrong. I watched the explosion at some point today. I didn't... Oh... Did we pick up the contracts? Balls, no we didn't. That's alright. That's alright. We can just revert flight to vehicle assembly building and go pick up those contracts. Yeah, I watched the explosion. The explosion was certainly fun. Project Orion. Basically, that's what it was. Yeah, they weren't using conventional rocket engines to lift New Glen. No. They just created a big explosion at the bottom of it. A nuclear-powered explosion to send them to space. Ah, it was us. That was the plan all along. Anyway, let us go into mission control. Pick up first lunar impactor. We'll get that. That will give us some science, which is nice. And we'll do fly by the moon as well. Yep, and I believe we can do both of these just fine with the design that we've got. Right, let's launch this and let's see if we can tickle the moon with the spacecraft. We'll tickle it good. New Glen explosion was more epic than the Starship one. I mean, New Glen happened on the pad, which is very bad for Blue Origin. Considering, you know, they're probably going to have to, you know, sort out their pad after that massive explosion. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not going to be good for them. Not going to be good for them in the slightest. Right, let us warp to our maneuver. Well, not our maneuver. Our next window. In 13 hours. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it's our first launch to the moon, and it's going to be in the dark. That's mildly upsetting. Right, this needs to move there. I'm sure I changed that around, but clearly something went wrong. We have all of this where it should be. I think I am going to set that there. Our final stage is going to be stage 2. Let's go to Ascent Guidance and input the parameters that we want. So we want stage 2 and stage 2. 2. Optimize. Right? That's right. 2. That's, yeah, we hot stage that. That looks good to me. We want to go for current. We want to engage autopilot. I don't like the fact that it looks like it's going to be using... Maybe I put that back to where it was and set it to be stage 3. Because I know that this worked. Because currently it looks like it's going to be using... There we go, that's much better. That's much better. Yeah, I'll do that and then I'll just activate those stages when I need to. Right, so next window is now. Let's just go. Screw it. Send it. Send it to space. Who turned off the sun? Hey, who turned out the lights? I hope the space race happens. How probable you think of a new space race involving China and USA? I'm not sure if it will be a... I think it will help with, you know, launching things to space and sort of like expanding space. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the same level as what happened in the 60s, but it might bring more of an interest back to space. I'm really excited for a permanent lunar base to be on the moon. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Which I think there was some sort of stream about that the other day. I didn't catch that because I don't know what I was doing. Probably bumming about, farting about, and just doing my garden or something. I don't know. I've been spending a lot of time in my garden this past week. There has been no engine failure today. Is this Moonshot? This is Moonshot. We're there already. We are. We're going for the moon. I mean, it's only been 40 minutes into this live stream to get us there. But we are. We're on our way. Who do you think would win in a space fray between Grimsby and Great Yarmouth? My money's on Torquay. Great Yarmouth, that's somewhere near to me, because I grew up in Essex. I'm not far away from Essex now. Great Yarmouth is Suffolk or Norfolk? It's like the easternmost point of the UK, I think, isn't it? Salute, Leica 1. Right, there we go. We have separation of the boosters. Everything is looking like it is going according to plan. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think the primary purpose of my life or your life or the entirety of the human race is just to blindly consume to support a failing economy and a faulty system forever and ever until we run out of every resource and have to resort to blowing each other up to ensure our own survival. I don't think we're supposed to sit by idle whilst we continue to use a long outdated system that produces war, poverty, collusion, corruption, ruins our environment and threatens every aspect of our health and does nothing but divide and segregate us. I don't think how much military equipment we're selling to other countries, how many hydrocarbons we're burning, how much money is being printed in exchange is a good measure of how healthy our society is. But I do think I can speak for everyone when I say we're sick of this shit. I've just got Enter Shikari lyrics on my head, in my mind now, and I don't know why. They're fun to say. They're fun to say. Norfolk launch pad, Kerbal gets real the next millennia. Good launch site near the sea. I don't know if you'd be sort of going towards Norway. Actually, no. I remember when launching in the next millennia, one of the issues with launching from where I did was that we tend to litter our upper stages in France. France, I'm not sure, very appreciative of us bombarding the north of France with our up stages, although they were somewhat reusable stages, and we did start landing things in France, I think. The space station incident. What was the space station incident? Yeah, but that's just France. Fair enough. This has been pretty reliable, our first launch vehicle. We've got a British engine coming up. The ignition chance on this is 99.16%. We've gained almost half of the data units for this, but because it is quality British engineering, 99.16%. I feel like I could do a spiff voice for that. Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be using Yorkshire tea to get to orbit. Brexit means Brexit, mate. They need to get used to it. Yes, Brexit means we're going to be shelling you with discarded rocket stages. That was definitely in the agreement. Stop the boats and we stop the... I don't know why these streams have been delving somewhat a little bit political recently, and I mean, I don't know if my political affiliations are really known, but considering that I have the pride flag as well, my Discord logo is the pride flag. Well, that's annoying. God damn it. What did we roll? Why? No, that shouldn't have failed. We rolled a 47. And the chance was 96. 99.16. That shouldn't have failed. Why did it fail? Why did it fail? Not an ignition failure. Oh, so it literally ignited and then failed immediately. Yeah, failed, engine shut down. Yeah, there's no ignition failure. That's so upsetting. Did it fail so shortly? The engine failed as you mentioned the pride flag. Yeah, but no. I'm quite left leaning, was what I was saying. My Discord has the pride flag as my logo, and yeah, so 1 second of burn, what a champ. Yes, what an absolutely amazing piece of annoyance that was. Right, okay, well, we're not reverting. No, we're not reverting. What we could do, though, that's 2,234. We might be able to make it to orbit. We get some data units on this. Let's decouple that. Right. We've lost our autopilot, so now I'm actually going to have to do this manually. Let's just do pitch. Is that really pitch 0? Okay. Oh, I need my orbit info up. Yeah, I've just burnt through that way too quickly. I don't think I will have made it to orbit using that. Come on. Stop, please. I probably could have made it to orbit if I'd have actually paid attention to how long that burn was going to take. Yeah, we're so close to orbit. So close, but not quite. That's annoying. Leica 1, you are going to come crashing down and explode. But let's see if we can get anything from you before we, like, separate. Oh, I might have been able to... Oh, god damn it. I reckon that... If I had have separated there, we might have been able to. Oh, well. Right, anyway, let's go back to the Space Center. That's mildly upsetting. First true failure of a Kiwi rocket due to the rocket. It is. It is. I think that is the first failure that we've had due to actual engine failures rather than me being a complete idiot. Right, that's annoying. That's annoying. We still might get a lunar impact in 1957, though. What we want to do is... Yeah, that's going to take not that long. I reckon we come into here and we edit this. We're gonna do a few edits now. And that means the glasses come off because we don't need to be safe anymore. We don't need to be safe because we're just building. Building is not a very risky sort of endeavor. I just check my phone real quick because I do not want to miss my new microphone arriving. Your orders. Has it been dispatched yet? Has it been dispatched? Track package. It's not out for delivery. Damn. Oh, damn, epic fail, rip. Yes, indeed. RCS burn, Apple apps. I could have done that. We probably had enough RCS and all of that kind of stuff to make it stay in orbit. I just didn't really think about it because I was a bit upset that it went wrong. Right, let's get that in there. Let's take this off. Let's grab that. Take you away. Take you away as well. We grab the gamma, this one, which has... Yeah, we put that on there like so. We're getting an upgrade. It's time for the upgrade. This is now the Kiwi 2. Because we are technically... Actually, if we're upgrading this, what we really should do is probably upgrade all of the engines, right? I think that might be what we want to do. Okay, so if we remove all the tanks here and fill it with the RD-105, right, this engine we want at the very bottom. That's going to burn for 2 minutes and 34 seconds. What is the rated burn time on this? 7 minutes and 20 seconds. So we can burn for a hell of a lot longer than that. Maybe we make this... We make some tooling changes. We're going to go for something like that. Hopefully this isn't going to... Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of... we're going to have to do some changes here, I think. And it's fine. Come on. Go like that, go like that. Grab that, put that on there. I think there was 2, wasn't there? Yeah, there's 2. Move that in slightly. It's a bit of a chunkier spacecraft now. This now weighs 7.65 tons. Well, the avionics on here, 8 tons. So that is actually still capable of launching this. We are going to have to buy some new tool. Why do we not need any new tooling? This is clearly something new. Why is this tank tooled already? What? But I changed the size completely. I'm so confused. What? Oh, I'm so confused. It's the same diameter and length before. Yeah, but the bottom is different. I would have thought that that would have vastly changed things. That only gives us 1,597 meters per second of delta V, that, which is not actually a huge amount, if I'm going to be particularly honest. We whack that on there. That actually gives us less. We now have less delta V. Yeah, you literally don't have to, like, retool it. That seems broken. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I am confused as to why that has done that. Yeah, I'd have thought that would have had to have changed. Anyway, yeah, that's only 4 minutes and 2 seconds now. Why is that? It's really not giving us a huge amount of delta V, this. Really not giving us a huge amount of delta V. Which is odd. Let's get those on, like, there. And there. We'll move those back in a sec. We'll do the greebling in a little while. And that is now 8.5 tons. We might need an additional tank for this. If I go for that, and we grab another, take all of this rubbish off. I want to kind of like burn this to completion. What mods am I using? They are all in the description of the video. But basically, RP-1 Express install. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, pretty much. What diameter is this? This is 2.9. 2.9. Yeah, 2.9 by 2.9. So let's try and make another one of these. 2.9 by 2.9, like that. And then we get that. And there we go. This is our new upper stage. Do we have a 2.8? What's this? No, I kind of want this to be a little bit of a different size. Tool tank should mean, yeah, it's only going to cost us a little bit because we've got basically this diameter tooled already. If I do 2.8, is that going to make it cost a stupid amount? No, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to leave that at 2.8. Maybe we'll change the color as well, but not right now. That gives us 10 minutes and 33 seconds of burn. This has 7 minutes and 20 seconds, so I think we can get away with maybe making this a little bit smaller. 7 minutes and 35, there we go. This now weighs 12 tons, this entire upper stage, which means this needs to be able to lift more. We can also switch up our avionics, get better avionics, which is something that we will always do. We'll do 13 tons there. We put that on there like that. This goes up to there. That is now our new upper stage, potentially. We're 203 tons. 203 tons, and we are still okay for propellant. We do not need to make any changes to our launch complex, which is wonderful. I'm going to move this up a bit so I can actually access the engines underneath. If I come into here and see what sort of upgrades we can get with the RD-108. So, less thrust, and not as good specific impulse. Why is this so much better? Until we get to sort of these ones. I don't understand. 12,000 kilograms of pure mass. The silver tank above the green one, what is it? This one, I think this is just avionics. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Ha. Thank you. Did not realise that was a tank with the fuel for the RD-201. Thank you. Because that would have meant that we were lifting absolutely nothing up for no reason. I mean, I'm going to keep that there just for style points. But yeah, thank you very much for that. I thought that was the avionics, but no, the avionics are this bit. We're going to get loads more Delta V now. Look at that. Look at that. So much better. So much better. Thank you very much. And actually, if I get rid of this, I mean, it's 9.664, so we did still need to upgrade this a little bit. But yeah, that's insane. Thank you for pointing that out. That would have been really, really, really annoying. Right, anyway, so we're going to put that there, like so. And then we're going to put this on there. Let's do it. Do it. And we're going to switch this to early avionics as well. 205 tons, that's absolutely fine. It does mean that we are going to have to tool those avionics again, which is going to be slightly expensive, but considering that, yeah, these are our next... Oh, yeah, that's bloody expensive. But we're going to be using this, and it's going to be, yeah, our next iteration of avionics for this rocket, which will be pretty good. I'm actually just going to give this a quick launch just to make sure that everything works. Save Leica 2. We're going to do a simulate because I don't want to launch this and then find out that some of the changes that we've made to this launch vehicle have completely scuppered everything. But this does look all right to me. I think this will be fine. We do not want those to go there, though. That wants to go... Oh, we'll whack that there for now. And I'll place those there. Probably want to hot stage this, so we'll put that there, and then that's fine. Stage 3 is fine. Looks good. I reckon this will be able to take quite a considerable amount to low Earth orbit. We don't even really need to spend anything. Right, save. Save. Leica 2 has been saved. Let's simulate and see what this is able to do for us. RD-201. I think we're using the RD-201 here. 3 ton save, yep. We were literally lifting 3 tons for absolutely no reason. I've done that plenty of times. Fair. Good day, Carnassa! What a day, huh? Thought I was dreaming when my YouTube notifications told me New Glenn had blown up. I know. I've seen videos. I've not seen any, like, sort of live stream or anything more than that. But yeah, I need to look into it a bit more because I've just seen the one very impressive shot of it blowing up on the launch pad. I'm quite sad. Right, anyway, we're just going to check and make sure that this is capable of getting to orbit. So I need to come into PBG settings. Last stage is going to be 3. Early shutoff stage is 3. That's fine. Engage autopilot, and I believe we should have an insane amount of fuel left. Yeah, we've got like... We're going to have like 1,800 meters per second of delta V left. I need to see. I don't know how much it can quite yet, but this thing can probably now, this launch vehicle could probably take about 3 tons to low Earth orbit. Maybe even more, maybe 4 tons, which is, you know, this rocket... I mean, we're going to be using this rocket for the foreseeable future. It's going to do us interplanetary. It's going to do us crewed missions. It's going to do absolutely everything. We are going to have to update the pad so that it can take up crew. But look at it. It's brilliant. I had no idea that early Soviet rockets were this good. I'm a convert. I'm definitely a convert. Anyway, we're going to test this out. I think we can warp to morning. We can warp to morning because it will mean that we can actually see stuff going on. And then once we've tested this out, well, it's going to be time to launch this. Once we've warped to morning, even. Anyway, we're going to launch this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Isogrid upper tanks would be a worthwhile upgrade. I think we might move to Isogrid at some point very, very soon. Reason being, I've actually got quite a lot of unlock credit at the moment. I don't think we're going to go for Balloon, because Balloon is just stupidly expensive. And screw spending all of that money and, you know, time to build and all of that. But Isogrid, I like Isogrid, and Isogrid can be highly pressurized, and you can put multi-layer insulation on them. They're just all... yeah, there's a lot of good reasons for going for Isogrid. Should still develop SRBs for boosters. We are still developing SRBs. We have got SRBs. In fact, I'm fairly sure that the next technology that we're going to be unlocking is going to be SRB related. Oh no, we've unlocked it already. And really annoying that we have redesigned this mission right now when we unlock basic avionics and probes in not very long. How many days is that? That's like 130 odd days. Yeah, because we're upgrading all of our avionics and then we're just going to upgrade them again very shortly. What I might do is go back in and downgrade them just for this, keep them what they were, and then when we get those avionics, that's when we buy the new upgrade, and then also at the same time buy the tooling for those. Means we should save on a lot of money, because we're not really going to be unlocking any new avionics for a while after that. We're almost, yeah, we're moving through our research pretty damn quickly. Can I say, you really got to check out some of the aerials. New Glenn is not launching for a long time. Yeah, I need to see some of the post-explosion shots, because I did see the from the ground, the big, like 80% on just the first tech. ISO are 40% lighter than their equal conventional tech level. 40% lighter, damn. What's that Chinese rocket that only uses solid fuel boosters for satellites? I don't know, but I know Scout is an American launch vehicle that used only solids. Oh dear! What? What? Okay. I mean, we can recover, but why did that happen? Do we need to set the decouple strength for this higher? Because that's basically what happened. And yeah, it means that we can't really control this. We're going sideways. No, we're going backwards. We're going backwards. Sideways backwards. Yeah, that's interesting. Right, let's revert to the vehicle assembly building and see if there's a way that we can fix that from happening. I did say the fins are a bad idea. Oh, but the fins are great. They look nice. I mean, we probably could remove them. I do wonder, can we... I mean, the force percent is already on 100. Oh, do we just get rid of fins? I like them, though. So the new upgrade is going to be finless because we don't need them anymore. I'll give that a go and just see if it is still able to be controlled. If it's not able to be controlled, let's change this. If we're not able to control it, then we will add the fins back on. Let's do another simulate. That's the thing with RP-1. So many simulations. If engines can handle the control, it's wasted weight anyway. It is indeed. So I still need the fins. Not sure. Trajectory somewhat nominal. Rest in peace, fin. We could have moved the decoupler up maybe a little bit as well, but let's give this a go. Maybe with our roll program, we don't actually need the fins. Right, engage autopilot. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today we are going to be performing a scientific experiment. Can we get to space with absolutely no fins at all? Any luck catching them fins, then? Just the one fin, actually. We're creeping up. It's 32 degrees in here right now. It's getting warmer. Warmer! It's not as bad as the other day, though. It was literally like 36 in here, which is why I didn't stream. Well, I have not streamed over this week at all. We're going up. Singing that will get the stream demonetized straight away. Short answer. Mostly likely, and definitely maybe, but maybe not really. I did like the fins. The fins definitely were a nice little touch to this rocket, but if we don't need them, as people have said, they are just wasted weight. The weight is wasted. We might as well get rid of them. My brain is telling me, please just hit physical time warp right now, but I think if we hit physical time warp, there is a much higher chance that when the engines, the boosters decouple, we're going to go woo and fly all over the place. How heavy is that craft? This craft is about 200 tons on the launch pad. It's not massive. Also, oh god damn it. No, I didn't set this. Curses! 3! Oh lord, it's been! That might be because it was trying to correct this. Yeah, we seem to have gained control. Maybe not. Nope. We have not gained control. we are very much not in control right now. we are very much pointing straight downwards. The spin is just for cool points. The spin is just for cool points. I mean, you've got to go to space stylishly, right? It's no fun just going to space normally. I'm going to try that once more, but setting this correctly at the start, that might help a little bit. And what I will do is actually physical time warp through that, because I reckon we can. Right, let's warp ahead. Warp to sunrise. And let's try that again. Auto warp cancelled. Leica 1 probe. No, I don't care. Okay. Engage autopilot. Let's go. 3. That's set. That's correctly set. Yep. That all looks absolutely fantastic. And let's give it a go. I mean, orbit is somewhat spinning real fast if you look at it. That is true. That is true. We are just trying to spin really, really fast around the Earth. Here we go. Right. Let's do some physical time warping nonsense. And try to get to that point a little bit quicker, where hopefully we will once again see the spacecraft, the rocket, spin out of control. The rocket does not know where it is at all times because it is an idiot. Yeah, I think the verniers on just this central core just means that we're not really going to be able to keep this pointed in the direction that we want. Right, we are about to burn out. Yeah, we are pointing, we're nosing down quite aggressively. Although, I would say that looks good to me. We are looking good right now. Let's keep it going for a little bit. Might have just been because I had to change the PVG settings, and I reckon because I changed the PVG settings, once the boosters decoupled, it tried to correct itself. It tried to point up a little bit higher so that it would go to the orbit that it needed to be, the trajectory that it needed to be, rather than what it was originally planning at the start. And that caused it to, yeah, like, point up, and then because it was not really aerodynamically stable and the vernier control on that engine is crap, it sort of overcorrected and then it couldn't get back into the position that it needed to be. So I think this is fine. I think this is A-okay, and we may be able to get away with no fins. But let's just make sure that the entire rocket works. And one thing as well that I do need to check is... Oh, God. What is the spool up time on this? Spool up time is 1.21. So we don't need to fire it that early, but that's fine. Then we do this. Yep. We've still got control. We're in control. This is going to be like 300 seconds of burn. But it will work. Alright, this is nominal. This is nominal. If I recall correctly, it's recommended to not change PVG stuff in flight. It absolutely is recommended to not fuck with the settings, yes. But what are we gonna do? What do we do every day that we stream? We fuck with the settings. Canassa, when it comes to space stations, we gotta be careful. We do. Space stations are my biggest enemy. Okay, Canassa, are you going to check those pics of New Glenn on stream or after it? I would rather ask now than to try and annoy you into doing it. Wait, there are pics? I might check afterwards. My brain is not built to handle streaming, looking at pics. Where are they? Are they on Discord? Let's have a look. Discord. I'd also have to change my stream setup because currently it's just pointing to the game. Have I ever used an iron engine on RSS? The burn times look scary. I have never have I ever used an iron engine in RSS. What's going on Discord? Drake, where's the New Glenn? Got any of those double-decker cheeseburgers? Yeah, I need to have a look at those. I can't show them at the moment. And I feel a bit... Yeah, I'd probably mess something up. Right, cool. And we got so much Delta V left. We got so much fuel. This is cool. This is the new rocket. Let's go back to the vehicle assembly building. Tool this up and see! Understandable, I mostly saw pics on Twitter. I can't get onto Twitter, or shitter, because I need an account to look at things on there. I think you do. And I don't want to create an account. I did have a Twitter for my channel, but I have long, like, legitimately, actually forgotten my login details, and I can't be bothered to go back on it. Right, so we need to set this back to here, and there we go, that's tooled. we've got a new procedural tank up there. That's fine. Oh no, I've moved it off. I want to move that there. See, absolute. Put that in there. Grab this. Did I only do one side? Oh, it doesn't matter because I can just pull the whole thing off. Right, this is going to be avionics prototypes as well. Early avionics. Yeah, we need to tool both of them anyway, so I think early avionics will be fine. Basic avionics will unlock soon, very soon, which is annoying. We will tool both of them for a whopping 5,000? No. Tool all for about 10,000. Oh, it's disgusting. Right. Purchase all toolings. There we go. It's going to take us 67 days to build this. Oh, my days. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to move up this to there. And I'm going to save it. Overwrite. Yep. And we're going to save edits. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually come in to the vehicle assembly building again, now that we've saved the edits for that. And we're going to see just how much tonnage this can now get to low Earth orbit. I was on the shitter quite a lot, but never on Twitter. There. Oh no. Oh no. What are we all knowing? Right. So if I take this, so technically, if I make this the root part and get rid of all of that, let's see how much we can actually get up to low Earth orbit. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the Old Faithful. We're going to come in here, isogrid structure, because why not? We will probably upgrade with these later on. We're going to make this, yeah, we'll keep that as that. We're going to go into tank UI, and we are going to find, using the search tool, where is the search tool? Search propellants. We need our Old Faithful. Turpentine. Paint stripper. Right. Oh, we can even favorite it. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yes, we want to favorite turpentine. Right, we'll add that. This now weighs 505 kilos. Let's make this the root part. And we'll actually take this off because sometimes it can get a bit weird. I said I reckon this can take about 3 tons now. So if we make this diameter of 2, we'll go... Right, that's 3.7. I said it might even be able to do more. I said it might be able to do 4 tons. Let's go to 4 tons. Can it take 4 tons to low Earth orbit? That is the question. Oh, it's bloody close. 9,157. That might make it. That might actually make it to low Earth orbit. They'll be really tight, but it might. It might just about take 4 tons to low Earth orbit with this new upgrade. That's insane! What? What? That's mad. I mean, it is a 200-ton launch vehicle, but still, that's really good. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. 4 tons is going to get us, like, a lot of stuff. I'll do us loads, and then, you know, we could eventually come in to here and replace this with isogrid tanks. Maybe we do that when we upgrade our avionics next time. Oh, that's amazing. So this is, yeah, this is like Kiwi 2. Kiwi 2 actual 4-ton LEO LV or thereabouts. We'll save this. That is mad. That is actually mad. Right. Annoyingly, that. Let's open the decoupler fairing. Yeah, there we go. Let us put this into a sub-assembly. Right, grab it. Grab it. Got it. Kiwi 2. Description. 4-ton low Earth orbit launch vehicle. Save it. And leave. Don't save. I wonder if he's experiencing that bug where the Delta V readout isn't counting the mass you added to the tanks. No, I am not, because what I did was I pulled off the entire rocket and re-added it. If you don't do that, then yeah, that happens. But because I pulled it off, I pulled off the rocket to make it explode. Yeah, because I pulled the rocket off, for fuck's sake. Because how can I say that without sounding disgusting? Because I grabbed the rocket, I yanked it really hard, away from the payload. Yeah, it's fine. Right, so combined, Leica 2 is still going to be done before we hit 750 researchers, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the sort of thing that we want to see. We're getting 377 funds per day right now. There is no charge on Leica 1. Yes, I know, and that's going to end up blowing up soon. I think we got a bit of science from that, though, because we've now got up to 13.2. Not quite the 18 that we need. We need 18, and then another 22 in order. That's going to get us a load of money. How many days is that going to be? We're going to have to do time warp like this because of all of the stuff that we got in orbit at the moment. Yeah, 13. I think we need 18 and then 22. We need 40 science. 40 science to get our crew capsule. We are going to be finishing research in 1958 currently, and I reckon with those two things it probably will take us up to maybe about 1960, 1959, maybe? Maybe? But I'm not entirely sure. These rockets are built pretty quickly now, which is also pretty nice. What are we looking for? Efficiency-wise. Efficiency is 63.5%. Damn. That is efficient. Do you attach the rocket and reattached it? Yes, that would have been a good way of saying that. Unfortunately, words come hard to me. Anyway. Leica 2 is done. Just roll it out. 5 days to roll out. We're going to duplicate this as well because the last one went wrong. What are the odds that we're going to have 3 go wrong in a row? I'd be very, very, very upset if that were to happen, but it very well could happen. And I think if I go to integration, yep, we're going to rename this to Leica 3. Why do I always... Why do I have such bad luck when it comes to going to the moon? Because for all Kerbal kind, I swear, I'm cursed. The moon does not enjoy my antics around it, and it just goes wrong. I need to check. Has my thing been dispatched yet? Track package. It's not out for delivery. No, I want my new microphone. My very, very fancy new microphone. I've spent so much money on doing channel stuff recently. But at least I've been getting some donations on these live streams. They have been helping. And the donations, the money that I've been getting from these live streams has been going to making hopefully the live streams a bit better. New shaky camera and hopefully new microphone. And yes, I'm putting the money back into my channel, which is always nice. Right, let's launch Leica 2. You know what you need to fix the curse? A fish satellite. They never go wrong. You are absolutely right, Beastie. We need to launch more fish. Clearly, that is the answer. Oh, that looks a bit weird. We're kind of floating precariously and therefore furthermore frivolously on tectonic plates. Right, we need to wait for 6 hours and 50 minutes. Let's warp Is that going to be night time? Is that going to be at night? Are we going to be able to launch a lunar mission when it's not night? Because that would be very nice. Let's turn on all of these whilst we're flying, because we might as well get as many of this experimentation stuff going as we go. 3 hours. And then the next. When's window 2? The Stream Room Refrigeration Fund.
Stream Room Refrigeration Fund.
Thank you very much for the donation. Yes. Air conditioning is definitely something that I do need to look into. But maybe. It's very expensive, though, in the UK. Right. The next window is going to be 15 hours away. 16. We'll just go now. We're going to get an evening launch. We will see the... over there. Yeah. Over there we will see the thing and do the stuff and everything will be great. I think this is fine. 250 by 250. Right, we want to set our PVG settings 3 and 3. 3 is correct. Wonderful. Let's engage Autopilot. That is going to give us a load more Delta V left. Wonderful. We've got 30 seconds until our window, but I think we can probably just go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. No ignition failures on the launch pad today, please, and thank you. And we have successful liftoff of Laika 2 on top of the first Kiwi 2 launch vehicle. That's interesting. I hit F2 and suddenly everything sped up. Oh. That's really... it's so much laggier, and then I hit F2 and it sort of becomes less laggy. All of my readouts are causing the game to die. I don't know why. Perhaps I'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider. It wriggled and... biggled and squirmed inside her. Swallowed a fly, perhaps she'll die. There was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. Old English nursery rhymes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be witnessing to a lovely, lovely sunset off the New Zealand coast as we watch this rocket make its way to orbit today. Readout's probably doing math badly. Yeah, probably. If you still have TIP open, that menu is very laggy. I did not know that. Let's shut it and see if that causes things to get a bit... because, yeah, that's a bit laggy. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. Interesting. I mean, it's such a great mod because it literally tells me when to launch to the moon when I am, you know, non-equatorial, which for the vast majority of the time in real solar system you're not going to be. But that's, yeah, that's definitely interesting. Outside of Minecraft, I don't think there's a game that's been so changed by mods. No. RimWorld. RimWorld. I've mentioned it already on this stream. And I do want to get back to playing it. That's what I'm going to be doing this evening. I'm going to be playing some RimWorld. I'm going to be going back to my Fallout colony, and I'm going to try and make them survive. I want to build a vault, damn it! I want to build a vault! Skyrim is also, yes, Skyrim also has an incredible amount of mods, as does Fallout! I prefer Fallout 4 over Skyrim. I wasn't a big fan of Skyrim. I didn't like it when it came out. I was super hyped for it, and I never got into it as much as I did Oblivion. Oblivion being the first Elder Scrolls Bethesda game that I ever played. And oh my god, I was so excited when they did the remaster last year, and I played the absolute death out of that game. It was the game that made me upgrade to a 5080, because my 3070 Ti was just sort of not cutting the mustard when it came to Oblivion Remastered. But yes, highly moddable games. RimWorld, Kerbal Space Program, Minecraft. Bethesda games just in general, Fallout, Starfield. I don't think Starfield has got as many as Fallout and Skyrim, but it's still got a lot. Morrowind was my first, still great. See, I am of the age where Morrowind could have been my first and probably should have been my first. I don't know why I missed it, but I have tried going back to Morrowind after playing Oblivion, and I just can't get into it. It's too dated for me, which really sucks because I have heard nothing but good things about it. Maybe Skywind will get me into the story of Morrowind. Nobody plays Starfield, so no mods. Hey, I thought Starfield was alright. It wasn't the best. I've heard the new update is meant to be pretty good, though. Or at least a lot better. You can actually, you know, travel in space now. Build a moon base when you get there. We probably will build a moon base, but it's not going to be for a very long time. Due to the fact that we are currently just sending a 40-kilogram probe to the moon to bonk it rather hard. Yeah, it's gonna be a while until we send crew down to the surface of the moon. Even longer before we send permanent habitation. It has more depth. That's why I liked Oblivion and why I think I preferred Oblivion over Skyrim, because you could do stupid things with the spells in that game, and that was really funny coming back to it and just, yeah, doing stupid things with the spell crafting system in Oblivion. Plus, I remember just loving, like, thievery in Oblivion better than Skyrim, and I don't know why. We look like we are going to have a successful launch today, because every stage has burnt to completion that I need to be worried about. Now, we do sort of need to be worried about this. Mean time between failures is 1.5 hours. Ignition chance is only 90%. Oh my god, that's not that good. That's not good. That's not good, considering we've got another one to light up here. I don't like that. Oh. You have gone to space today. We have indeed. Dumbification of games. Yes. And then we're playing games like Kerbal Space Program, which is, you know, widely regarded as not having a learning curve. Widely regarded as having a learning wall, a learning cliff edge that comes out and slaps you silly with a glove. Oh no, there is no more electric charge unlike a probe. Well, that's not a concern. That does not concern me, because that is a different probe from the one that we are launching right now. Climbing the learning curve of KSP is a bouldering problem. It is indeed. Would argue that From the Depths is worse, but yeah. I've never played From the Depths. Isn't From the Depths the game that Martin Cito Pants started with? Why has this only got 2,300 and... Why does this only have 2,231 meters per second of delta V? That's not enough to go to the moon. What happened? Because we definitely had enough. Have I really just been blind this entire time? Decouplers are wrong. Actually, yeah, yeah. If I place that there as well. There we go. 3,250. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, that gave me a heart attack. No, we've got enough. We got 3,257. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's good. We don't need to worry. We have made it to orbit. We have made it to orbit. So what we can do is we can turn on our RCS and we can do... Oh, like... Why? I hate stage lock. We can do that. Perfect. And we have no control because we have no signal. So we can decouple. Right. Come on. I did pick up the contracts, right? Yes. I would have been very sad if I hadn't. Okay, let's make our way over to the moon. So we want to create a flight plan. We want to set this to about 5 days, because that's about how long it's going to take us to get there. We're going to add a maneuver. It's going to be about 3,100. Maybe slightly more, 3,120. We're going to find out where the moon is, and we are going to try and fine-tune this so that we get to the moon at a good time. We're going to be in a low Earth orbit for a little while. We go for this. It's annoying, because I would rather be in low Earth orbit for as short amount of time as possible. That will get us the flyby. Wonderful. Now let's change our plotting frame from Earth-centered inertial to lunar-centered inertial. Lunar-centered inertial. And what we can do is we can just fine-tune our approach to the moon. So if we do that and then maybe bring that down, lovely, we are going to be smacking right into the moon with that. Let's go for something like that. Then show on nav ball. Yes, it's there. It's there. That's where I wanted it. What we want to do is not point to the node yet. Let's wait until we've actually got signal, which is going to be a while because we're currently crossing the Pacific Ocean. There we go. Let's point to node. There we go. That is working. Wonderful. The RCS is doing its job. Hopefully we don't run out very quickly. If we hit caps lock, hopefully we use less. Oh, we've got loads though. Yeah, we've got loads of RCS. We don't need to worry about running out anytime soon. No, the avionics weren't needed for the upstage. I don't know why my rocket is set up like this. The avionics are weird. I should have put the avionics on top of the the actual rocket, but it's not there. It's done really weirdly, and I do apologise. It's very odd. But the avionics for this stage are here. They are here, and oh, we're running out of juice really quickly. We've got 6 hours and 33 minutes left. That's fine. We are going to start using electric charge from here in not very long. We have no way of recovering this, of getting any electric charge back, but that's fine. So what we can do is, I reckon, we go maneuver planner. We lead time of 3 seconds. That's fine. What I want to do is that orange because it's got ullage issues. We haven't fired this up, right? Where's ignition's remaining? Ignition's remaining 1. Yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin like this, and then why is there not execute next Principia mode? Is that because we've got an updated version of MechJeb? And if I hit execute next node, it will execute my next Principia node. It knows, it just knows that I am using Principia. Is that a thing? I sure hope it is, because that's what we're going to do. And if this goes wrong, then I am going to be upset. But yeah, we are still pointing at our node because we put that in a bit of spin, so that it would roughly point in the right place. Right, we are now 9 seconds away. Let us... Oh, great, I've got... Come on. Oh, we have successful ignition. Took us a little while though, because we couldn't ullage straight away. I probably should have put the lead time higher, and I mean, we've had no connection as well. We should get an impact still. The RD-105 never failed me in my current new playthrough. Nice. It's not failed for us yet, but it's not super duper duper reliable. Look at that. We have an impact course with the moon. We are going to hit the moon. We don't even need to make any adjustments. Oh. God. This is going to fling it off. This is going to fling it right off, isn't it? We can't keep this avionics on because we'll run out of electric charge by the time we get to the moon. Oh, unless, can I disable avionics permanently? Will that actually help? Because we don't really actually want to do anything else with this. If I disable avionics permanently, what does that do? 5 hours and 44 minutes, right? Okay, that's fine. 8 days and 17 hours. Okay. Okay. We can hit the moon with this. An issue that we might have is that when we get close to the moon, how long is it going to be? I don't know what time this is. Right, flight plan. If we delete our flight plan, delete the entire thing, I want to see just how long it's going to take us to actually get to the moon. Right, add maneuver. Let's add it in like 5 days. We're in the moon. Don't want to be inside the moon. So it looks like we're going to hit the moon in about 4 days and 14-ish hours. Which is about, yeah, double what we've got, but we are going to run experiments, and we are going to use this incredibly power-hungry antenna. But I think this is fine. Yeah, we'll just send all of this. Let's follow it, though, and hopefully we impact the moon still with some electric charge. I'm going to keep this menu up so that we can see how much electric charge we got. Actually, it's probably easier if we keep that menu up. But yeah, 8 days and 17 hours. This is also going to be the furthest thing that we've ever sent away from Earth. Yeah, video imaging might kill our electric charge a little bit, but we'll see. I need to go now. Doing a wedding rehearsal, not mine. Fair enough. Enjoy. I'm sure that will be very fun. I didn't realise. I thought wedding rehearsals weren't really something that happened in the UK. But I might be wrong. I mean, when I got married, I didn't do one. Disable the avionics, yes, it will help. You could just switch to the lunar surface frame and look at the impact. We could. My problem is I don't want to decouple and then send this flying off in the wrong direction. That would be very, 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 very sad. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look, we're now down to like 4 days and 11 hours worth of experiments. But we've now gone up to 29. Is there anything that we can sort of disable? Mass spectrometry is taken, yeah, 2 days, 5 hours, 8 days and 8 hours. There we go. That's absolutely fine. That's fine. I think we will have enough on here. Video imaging, unmet requirement. Interesting. What is our unmet requirement? I don't know. That's annoying, though. What is... Because that's 2.1 science that we could be getting. Not that that's a huge amount. Ah, we will get enough to get crude. capsules here, because we'll get the 16 bonus. What is the on-net requirement, though? Open experiment window. Max. Oh, okay. It's because... Interesting. Because we can't... The point of Earth that we're over is not lit by the sun. That's new. That's new. So, yeah, because of that, we can't get good pictures of the Earth. Okay. Well, that's slightly annoying, but not the end of the world. All right, let's follow this to its demise. We're gonna die. Oh, we're doing it for real now. We are doing it for real, and we are. It's going to work. We will have succeeded. We have made it to the moon. We've done it. 1957. We have smacked the moon. Oh, when was Sputnik 1? Oh, it was like November. I can't actually remember. I know it's around October, November time. Did we beat first ever satellite? 4th of October. We are literally 6 days after Sputnik 1. We will hit the moon. Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad. We're doing well. Doing well. Right. I'm just messing around with settings here right now. Okay, cool. Yeah. We are going to hit... Oh, there we go. We've just got loads of science come through. Oh, no, 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 no! Damn it! I ran out of electric charge. We won't get the contracts fulfilled because we used up all of our electric charge. God damn it! This antenna is just so friggin' power hungry. Also, the bloom on this is a little bit ridiculous. Oh, I should have checked when we got into lunar sphere of influence. I mean, it's fine because we now have all of this, but it would have been nice to have gotten all of this and then, you know, the contracts being completed. And we are going to hit the dark side of the moon. Ah, that's a bummer. This is almost one where I feel like this is a little bit dumb. We have pretty much done it successfully. Just I'm not sure if I want to Alt F12 this or not, because technically we haven't actually completed it because we didn't have electric charge. Although we did have electric charge in lunar sphere of influence. 68.6 science though, that's more than enough to get us up to crude science. But here we go. Time to explode. Nice. Moon success is weird, isn't it? It is. It now requires the surface to be lit. Oh yeah, that's for the TV camera. Yeah, I think we should realistically have completed both of those because we were still alive. We definitely... Oh, I don't know. We can launch another one. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We're going to be waiting. We're going to be waiting for a lot of tech now anyway to basically get crude up and running, because what we want to do is we want to pick this up. Then we want to pick... Why can't we pick up basic capsules? Oh, because we need human-rated EDL. I still got enough? Yes, I do. Then we want to go for basic capsules. Cool. We are working our way towards first crude. Then I reckon we get 59 orbital rocketry. And that's the route that I want to go. And we're going to get that all in 1959. We can probably move... Yeah. I reckon we get 59 orbital rocketry before early human spaceflight materials science. Reason being, we don't get that hideous orange marker. Oh. Okay. What I want to do is actually come into here and edit this. And we're going to sort out that decoupler so that it doesn't fling us off. I might have sorted it out anyway, because if we sort that out, then we are absolutely going to be fine for electric charge. Alternatively, I could just put more electric charge in this. Like, yeah, no, the 4% is insane. That would have flung us off completely off course. How much does this weigh? 0.47. 0.34. We have 46 days, and if we have a look at this, it's 40, yeah. Active transmission time is 3 hours and 49 minutes. That's insane. But we've got a lot of the science now. I think what we can possibly do is maybe add in, we'll get up to like 20% electric charge. That gives us 92 days. 7 hours at max transmission time. And that is now over the tonnage that we need it to be. Let's just make sure that, you know, this is still going to have enough fuel. So that, Atmo Delta V, I want 3221. Okay, so yeah, that is still enough. That's fine. This now weighs 1.131 tons. This can take 1.2 tons, so that's absolutely fine. This has got everything that we possibly need. This is more than built to be fine. I think, yeah, we'll do that. We'll launch another one, and we'll get a lot more science from this, probably from... Oh no, I don't want to disable... I don't want to disable that. We'll retract that. Cool. So, we will save these edits. It's going to take us 60 days to do this. Then I think what we need to do is start working towards... Please go to Promised Worlds in this series. This is real solar system, so we can't... Promised what? Like we're in Earth. We are Earth, and Earth, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn. What the mods I use, Modlist is in the description, but mostly RP-1 Express install. If you want to look it up, Google RP-1 Express install, and it will tell you how to get them. There's a very good guide online. I've done videos on it myself, but they are out of date within about 5 seconds of releasing the video. But there we go. Yeah, we're in our real solar system. So the moon rather than the mun. We have Mars and Venus. Lovely looking Venus. Right. We leave this facility. Next thing that we need to do, I'm trying to think. I need to design a craft. I think we launch Leica 3. Try and complete those 2 contracts, which will give us quite a bit. Then we start thinking about doing these for first crewed orbit. And I think we need to upgrade our Kiwi launch facility so that we can make it human rated. We're getting 412 funds per day at the moment, which is absolutely friggin' insane. We're going to reach 750 researchers somewhat soon. Our research is still in the yellow, and we're getting sort of good tech coming in. I think we're fine for research right now. But what I do want to do is time warp ahead, and let's get a successful lunar impactor. One that actually completes the contract. I've come out of the game there, and hopefully I didn't miss anything. Basic avionics and probes is going to be done, which is going to be fantastic. That's going to make things a lot lighter. I think once we upgrade our launch complex, maybe I will go in and have a look at the, you know, the launch vehicles that we are using. Leica number 3 is going to be done on the 9th of December, 1957. So we're going to get another attempt at smacking the moon in 1957, which is absolutely fantastic. We're now also getting quite a bit of money. We've also got quite a bit of tech unlock. Maybe we do... I probably think we do look into getting integrated tanks. I feel like that, or isogrid tanks. That's definitely the next thing that we want to do. Right, we're going to warp to complete now. Why are we only... Oh, it's because we're rolling out. I was like, why are we losing money? We shouldn't be losing money. I've loved your videos for so long, and I've recently started my first RP-1 playthrough. I just got Crude Orbit. Very nice. Congratulations. I think we probably won't be going for Crude Orbit this live stream, but if we don't get it today, we're going to be close. We're definitely making our way over to Crude Orbit. It's going to be something that will happen very, very, very shortly. Right, we're going to launch, and I think we will be historical dates for this. What would you say is the hardest RP-1 mission I've ever done? Definitely a Crude Mars mission. Crude Mars by far the hardest. There was just so much involved with Crude Mars. I would say that was harder than, you know, sending a fully fueled Saturn V to Mars and back. That was fun though. that was a ridiculous mission. Right, we are going to warp 6 hours. 6 hours? And it's going to be a daytime launch. Very nice. Right, okay. That's cool. Let's go to ascent guidance and make sure that all of our settings are correct. Nope, they are not. Last stage is going to be 3. Early shutoff stage is also going to be 3. That is great. And we've got 1 minute and 5 seconds before we need to launch. Let's just wait for a bit. Let's just wait for a bit. We've got time. Got time to chill. Probably going to be streaming for maybe about another hour today. See how far we get. Started a bit earlier today because I'm not at work this week. I haven't been at work all week, which has been lovely. It has been the best week to take off work due to just how hot it has been in the UK. I honestly don't know if I'd have been able to like survive at work. How hot this room has gotten. It would have been death. Right, we've got 20 seconds to go on this. We are going to get rid of that. We're going to engage autopilot. I think we're going to have a bit of a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, I just remembered Star City comes out today. I need to go watch that. I have not watched Star City. I'm assuming they're releasing it weekly. For All Mankind hasn't finished yet. I've only seen the first episode of the season 5. I think season 5 is the series For All Mankind that we're up to. That is the most up-to-date series. Yeah, I've only seen 1 episode of that, so no spoilers, please. But I do plan on watching Star City as well. Star City is For All Mankind, but from the Soviets' point of view, from what I remember. Did I hear about the New Glenn explosion? I did. I saw a video of the actual explosion happening, but I've only seen 1 video. I definitely want to go have a little bit more of a look into that later on after I finish my live stream. My plans for after I finish this live stream are going to be watching New Glenn and playing an absolute shit ton of RimWorld, making myself a Fallout Vault. Maybe I need to add RIM Atomics so I can get a proper, like, nuclear reactor in my Fallout Vault. That sounds like it would be a very good idea. I wouldn't mind doing RimWorld content again, but I just don't think anyone would want to watch it. Well, I'm sure there are some people that would want to watch it, but nowhere near the amount that watch KSP stuff, and even this KSP stuff, like, isn't doing too greatly at the moment. Maybe it's just because of all of the breaks that I have. I'm waiting for the Scott Manley post-mortem. Hasn't he already done a video? I thought he'd already released a video. Season 5 finale also comes out today. Damn. There's only going to be one more season of For All Mankind as well, from what I understand. I know that they were planning on doing 7 seasons, but I think they have decided to go for 6. There's going to be one more after this. It's weird to me how little you simulate. I always simulate a lot. When I worked on the orbital return, I did 10 simulations beforehand. Damn. Just a lot of experience with RP-1. Why have we done that? Why have we done that? We might still be able to make it to orbit if we can control this here, which I think we can. I think we're under control. It was just a spin for style. Yeah, we're still gonna have like 1,200 meters per second. Yeah, we're back in control. That's insane. I don't know why that happened though. We should have our PVG settings all set up correctly. That's bloody weird. Yeah, I've played a lot of RP-1. I've been playing RP-1 for probably, what, like the last 8 years now, so I tend to sort of not sim as much as maybe I should. But that's never happened in a simulation, and I've definitely checked those before, so I don't know what caused that. Maybe turn down boost turn rate. Well, we've gone way past that point. Maybe, though. Yeah, but it sometimes likes it, sometimes doesn't, which is a bit odd. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, that's correct. Oh god. How long have we got left? We got 30. I might have to do a. Come on, decouple those payload fairings now, please. Because this is not giving us a lot of time. Right, okay, that's going there. It's going there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't like it. And now we probably messed up this, because our last stage is still 3. Oh. It's fine, it's fine. I had that issue, and turning down pitch rate to 0.35 fixed it. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, I think it was just trying to correct itself. That was stressful. How come you have almost never made an error when launching or maneuvering a rocket? I mean, I'm using MechJeb for launches. MechJeb being, you know, the mod that sort of manually does it for you. In For All Kerbal Kind, I fly things a bit more manually because that is part of the rules for that series. But when I do it just by myself, by my lonesome, I tend to use MechJeb because you can just let the game sort of do this, and I can look, no hands. MechJeb is also highly recommended if you are doing RSS RP-1. I saw there were weather mods that work with volumetric clouds, so should work with RSS. Looks awesome. So we do have weather mods now for the For All Kerbal Kind install. I have not used them on this install purely because it would mean moving away from Sol, and I don't want to move away from Sol. I am enjoying Sol. I like Sol. Sol is great. There's SPVE, but it tanks my FPS. I've not heard of that. For RSS, I think there is Sol mods. I'll have to have a look and maybe see. Because I am getting pretty decent frames, even with Volumetrics 5 and these weird things going all over the place. I need to keep... Oh, out for delivery. Oh my god, my new microphone, it's out for delivery. Oh, arriving today. I might have to run at some point during this stream and go grab my new microphone. I won't be using it for this stream though. Purely because I'd have to set it all up first. I'm trying to play RP-1 without MechJeb. Will I suffer after I go past crude orbit? No. You can absolutely do it without MechJeb. The first couple of times I played RP-1, I didn't use MechJeb. It is possible. It's yeah, very, very possible. It just means that, you know, MechJeb tends to be more efficient than a human when trying to get into orbit, so you will be more efficient with your launches, which means you don't have to, like, you can get away. Without using MechJeb, you probably have to overbuild things a little bit more. But no, it's absolutely possible. The first time I ever played RP-1, I didn't use MechJeb. I can't remember why. I think there was some weird reason with it that it didn't work for me. And I thought, well, I really want to try this RP-1 malarkey, so let's give it a go without MechJeb and, you know, all of that. Right, there we go. We are in space again. Even with a bit of a wonky little ascent. We're going to move those all to there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. Right. I know that this also should be fine. And I want to decouple. Yeah, there we go. Decoupled. Cool. Let us make our way over to the moon, because that is where we want to be going today. Flight plan. Flight plan, create flight plan. We want to add a maneuver. We want to go for about 3,100, not 4,000, about 3,100. Let's just do that for now. Let's set the plan up to 5 days, because that's how long it's going to take. Let's go for, ooh, not even an hour. Ooh, we need to go a bit more than 3,000. Let's do like 3,000. Yeah, there we go. That looks like we're almost there. Now what I want to do is change to lunar-centered inertial and see when we're going to be flying past the moon. I don't want the ascending node. I don't want the ascending node. I want my periaps. There we go. Let us... There we go. Cool. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, go about... there? Go about there. That looks like we are going to be smacking straight into the moon. If we go up to there, if I change it to lunar-centered, we're going to be hitting there. Let's try and hit the Oceanus Procellarum. I wonder if we can do that. If we go like that, yep, that's going to be hitting Oceanus Procellarum. This is one really nice thing about Principia is that you can see, you know, where on the surface you are going to hit. So let's try and go for, there we go, we're going for that crater there. I don't know exactly what crater that is. If anyone knows in the chat, please let me know. That crater in particular, not that one. That one right there. It's a big one in the Oceanus Procellarum. But there we go, that is all set up. What we can now do is wait the 50 minutes. And we hit node. We've got RCS on. We can get rid of ascent guidance. Principia can go up there. Don't need to use our plotting frame anymore. And what I do want is maneuver planner. That's the only thing that I do need. Also with MechJeb, you can physics warp properly. Yeah, there are a lot of reasons why MechJeb is a lot nicer to use in RSS than not using it. But if you don't want to use it, you absolutely don't have to. So my first playthrough, I'm trying to use MechJeb only for maneuvers and orbits. That's fair. Right, we are 14 minutes away from our burn. Let us warp ahead to that. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 2019. What I think we might do now is point to our node now, because we are pretty much there. Oh, and I can't... Let's make our lead time like 8 seconds. Purely because I want to make sure that we ullage properly. Oh my god, look at it. 3, 2, 1. Are we gonna have signal? Are we gonna have signal? Are we gonna have signal? No. No, we're not. Wonderful. That means we might not ullage in time. Thanks, game. Thanks, Earth. God, we need to sort of maybe look into getting some sort of communications network up. Because right now we don't have one of those, and we are running into issues because of that. But we have had a successful ignition on the RD-105. As long as this burns to completion, I am fairly sure we are going to make our way to the moon yet again, and we are going to tap it ever so lightly on the chest and say, "Hello, moon. It's us again. It's me. Did you miss me?" Because that's exactly what we're going to be doing with the moon today. Let's spread this out. Beloved RD-105 indeed. Oh no, 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 no. Auto, stop, stop, stop. Why are you... Why... Right. Can I have control, please? Because now we need to use a lot of RCS to get us back. For some reason, it was burning us, even though, you know, it was trying to go this... I don't understand why that did that. Can we have control, please? Can we? Can we have control, please? Come on, we've got to get... Control soon. There we go, we've got control. Right. Kill rot. Kill rot. Kill rot. N. Let's have a look at the moon. Yeah, we're fine. We are still going to impact the moon. Good. Oh, right. We're not going to quite go for that crater, though. But we will hit the Oceanus Procularum. Cool. And with that, what we want to do is, I think if we hit decouple... I think we're still, no matter which one we decouple, we're still going to be weighty enough. Yeah, we're 0.042 tons. Right, let's hit pause. Because I don't want this. Because we are moving so incredibly slowly, and we're probably moving through... Yeah, no. We are fine. There we go. And yeah, we're going to hit the moon. We're going to hit the moon! And we're not going to phase through here and cause this to be a massive upset. We've got 92 days of electric charge as well. 92 days is quite a fair whack of days, considering it's only going to take us 5 days to get over to the moon. Really, what we should be doing in those 5 days is looking at our space center and trying to actually build up some new things. Which we've got nothing being built right now. That's not good. Right. I also need to make sure that we don't, absolutely... Oh, there we go. Nuke our science. We've got 94 days. That's fine. 89. Oh, why is that? Is it because we're transmitting data? 89, 12. Yeah, no, that's fine. Cool. Just follow this all the way. We'll just make our own crater. Indeed, we will. We'll create a new crater on the surface of the moon. Right. We've still got 93% of our electric charge remaining. Are we now in the moon sphere of influence? Lunar space height. We are in the moon sphere of influence. Okay. And we're not using any of our electric charge to transmit any of this data. Lovely. Is the part of the moon that we're going to hit is now in shadow. Wonderful. So we're hitting the front side of the moon, but we're going to see absolutely nothing. Oh, that's annoying. Where is the moon? There's the moon. Everything is super shiny because there is a ridiculous amount of bloom on this. I will say, is the amount of bloom on here a little bit too much? Please let me know if you think it's a little bit too much. I really like this TUFX profile, which is why I'm using it. We gained a little bit more science somehow. We're on 2.6 science, and we should hopefully get a little bit of science from low lunar space. Not a huge amount, because, we're going to crash into the moon before we really get any. This should... There we go. We've done lunar flyby. Lunar flyby is completed, and here we go. We are getting some science from lunar orbit, but it's not going to be a huge amount because we are going to crash into the surface of the moon momentarily. We are literally 180 kilometers up, and we are counting down constantly. Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah, I like this TUFX profile, but it is annoying the bloom sometimes. Like, right now, it's fine. But yeah, Earth is so bright. Let's go for safe mode. That's a bit better. That's a little bit better. There we go. That's better. We'll see what this looks like elsewhere, though. Right. How much science are we going to get from this? We'll get 16 from the actual contract that we will complete. We're going faster than 2,450 meters per second, but we're also going to get a fair whack of science before even completing that, which is going to be lovely. I don't think it's going to be a huge amount. It might be enough to maybe get us one more sort of tech, maybe, before we look into getting crude science. I think the next thing that we're going to need to focus on is probably, right, 3,000. Yeah, we can see nothing now. There we go. We crashed. Right. I am going to cheat complete this because we had everything. I think someone did tell me that First Lunar Impactor is bugged with Sol, and it doesn't work. We had everything. We have literally hit the moon with every single parameter of this completed. So that is definitely going to be one that is going to be cheat completed now, because that is silly that didn't complete there, because we literally had everything. We had electric charge as well. Because we were still transmitting science to the very last. So we're going to go back to the Space Center, and we... oh, God. Ugh, Space Center, please. The Lunar Impactor contracts rarely work with Sol. Yes, that is what I heard. Space probe reaches moon! Lovely! Cool! We've done it! We've gone to the moon! Where are the contracts? Oh, there. Active. Right. First Lunar Impactor. Complete. There we go. We've done it. Oh my god, I didn't know you could do that. Astronomers! Watch spacecraft hit moon. A probe from the mission has crashed into the moon, kicking up moon dust that will hint at the internal composition of our closest neighbor. Humanity has literally never touched another world. Anyone who looks up at the moon can now see it is not as something entirely alien, but as the foremost frontier of our exploration into the universe. Historical information. The first real probe to do this was Luna 2, launched on 13th of September 1959, so we have beaten history by 2 years. Nearly. As well as scientific instruments, it carried 2 hollow spheres stamped all over with USSR September 1959. They broke apart on impact, scattering the message across the lunar surface. Nice. Astronomicon. Indeed. Right. Okay. We've done Loon. We've done Moon. Moon 1. Lunar Orbiter. Now that's going to be a little bit more tricky. We can do this again. It's fine. This is the capstone. I think we can do this with the tech that we've got right now. Weirdly enough. Lunar Impactor. First Lunar Orbiter. If I pick up first Lunar Orbiter, will that get... Yeah, it does get rid of Lunar Impactor. That's annoying. I think what I do is I go in here and I build up the next rocket to be basically just rolled out ASAP. We want to churn these rockets out as quickly as possible. We want to really ramp up the production on these. And I think maybe what we do is... So this will be like a 4. Like a 4. What we are going to do is maybe hire some more engineers. And yeah, it's only going to take 62 days to build one of these now, so we can launch 6 of these a year roughly. I want to get that down. I want to be able to like build one of these in like 40 days. And we are going to want more engineers for when we start building up our crewed program, and that is something that we are going to be looking at into now. We're getting 440 cash a day. We should have, yeah, we got 75 more applicants. I think what we do is we probably put 50 of those into research, just so that we have got double the amount of researchers to engineers. Then we go into 200-ton LC, and we hire 25 of these right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put all of those in. Our efficiency is going to go up, which is going to be wonderful. And we can hire another... We can hire another few. What I might do is get another 25. And that puts us almost at the max. It does mean that we're not getting a huge amount of money, but that's fine. I think that's fine. Right, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 450 and 800 in 1957. That seems like a decent amount. I've seen that a single baby sergeant can get into a moon orbit. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing unguided lunar orbit. Unguided lunar orbit is the way forward. It's pretty simple to do. And I think, actually, what we might do is have a look at designing something for that right now. Let me just check my Amazon delivery, because I really do not want to miss that. And it's an expensive thing. It's 3 stops away. Yeah, I need to use a password for it, because it's like a very expensive microphone. I mean, do we end the stream here? We've just impacted the moon a couple times. We've done it. I reckon in 3 stops I can definitely design a lunar orbiter. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I'm either thinking, yeah... I'm not sure. Right, we're going to unlock basic avionics because that is definitely something that we do want. We want this to be as small as it possibly can be, and then we're going to want like a solid rocket that's basically going to capture us into the moon. And someone says, yeah, single baby sergeant, you probably can do that. 452 meters per second with... This has got a year. It's got a year on it. We go like that. 27 days of low lunar science. That is more than enough, and that is literally, we need to send 0. We're already sending that to the moon today. Literally, we're already doing that with what we have been flying up. So I think this is fine, and we can even make this smaller. We can get rid of the antenna on that. What I want to do is probably change that to plain metal. We've got 47 days worth of electric charge on this. Extend antenna. We go... Antenna planning. I want to set to the moon. Plan. Yeah, we get 1 bit per second, which is great. We need 33. 1 bit per second is all I'm going to want to go for. Okay, that's where the thing is. Have I watched the 5th season of For All Mankind? I've watched the first episode, but that is it. I've only watched the first episode. How much is this baby sergeant going to cost to unlock? $9,000. That's barely anything. That's fine. I'm happy using that. Yeah, I've only watched the first episode. I do plan on watching the rest of it. It's just I've not had the time. Oh my god, that's too much. That's too much. If we burn that much delta V, we're not going to be orbiting the moon. We're going to be crashing right into it. So we need to make this heavier. And I guess things that we can do is things like come into here and we configure experiments. So we add more experiments. So we go barometer, early TV camera, sure, thermometer. And mass spectrum. We could get quite a bit on here, to be honest. If we run all of this, 47 days is quite a long time. Let's go have a look and see what science that I've got that I can use. I want to close that, and I want to have a look at the actual scientific experiments that we have unlocked. And ideally, we want to make sure that we place these in a way. I don't think a micrometeorite detector is going to work, really. What have we got on here? You know what? I'm going to get a barometer on that side like that, and I'm going to get a thermometer on the other side like that, because they are the cheapest ones to buy. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come into here, configure experiments, get rid of the barometer, and the thermometer, and we're going to replace those with... We could do radiation detection, but that's 91 days. That's quite a long one. I think what we do is we do mass spectrometer, which is a bit of a shorter one, and then maybe a magnetometer, which is slightly longer at 30 days. If we send one of these over... Oh, we've already got a mass spectrometer. Okay, maybe we do radiation. Maybe, yeah, no, we do. Or micrometeorite. Radiation or micrometeorite. Doesn't require Earth, which I thought it might do. I think if we go... I'm going to go for radiation detector. And then maybe we can get a micrometeorite at some other point. That's still too much. That's still too much. So we need to make this maybe a bit bigger. 664 I'm happy with. It's going to be an inclined orbit, which is absolutely fine. This does look a little bit weird. I will be the first to say that. Or what we could do is, rather than have it last 263 days, that's insane. How much does this weigh? 0.082. I reckon we can get this over. And this is going to be... I reckon this will be like a 5. Like a 5. Save. Then what we want to do is grab like a 4. If it would let me type in like a 4. Merge. Not grab that. Oh, damn it. So basically, this bit replaces this bit. And that's it. And I think... Right, we want to decouple that there and that. Ring decoupler is there. We decouple that before we go over to the moon. Have we really lost, like, all of our delta V? It's a bit weird. Hang on. $3,034, so that's not quite enough. 1.171 tons. Oh, we need to make this a little bit heavier, but that's fine. 3219 is absolutely fine. That's 1.257 tons. Unfortunately, that means that we need to retool the avionics. God damn it. How much is that going to cost us? Well, if we do that, we might as well move over to basic avionics. So we are going to unlock that. Basic avionics, and we're going to do 1.28 tons. That's fine. Gets us a bit more delta V out of that. 1 day and 11 hours. That's fine as well, because we won't be spending anywhere near that amount of time. 3,262, and then, yeah, that's cool. Then we do that on top of that, and that is our lunar orbiter. That is literally our first lunar orbiter, and that I'm like 99% sure that that will work. Oh god, the Amazon package is literally coming down my road. I'm gonna be right back, and we're gonna finish this when I come back. 1 second. Actually, no. Be right back. Oh, it won't be long. Oh, isn't it always exciting when new parcels arrive? This has now officially turned into an unboxing live stream. Woo. I did take off my address details before bringing up this. But this is going to be what I'm going to be live streaming with for the foreseeable future. Hopefully it's the right thing. So I'd be very upset if it's not. I am absolutely destroying this parcel. It is. There we go. A Shure SM7B. This is like the microphone that anyone who does a sort of professional podcast will use this microphone. It's very expensive. It sent me back quite a bit of money to get this. And yeah, it's going to be what is going to be controlling these live streams for, well, probably for a long time. There's maybe one other bit that I could potentially get for it. A decent preamp. I've not got one of those. But I'm hoping... I've just realised I've cut myself walking downstairs. I'm hoping that the preamp that is actually, you know, like included within this and my audio interface should be more than enough to cover it. But yeah, can I give it to pear-shaped pear? I mean, this cost me quite a considerable amount of my monthly salary. It basically cost me all of my earnings from YouTube from the last month, of which they weren't a small amount. It's pretty expensive mic, so maybe not. Maybe you can have my old one. I want to open it. I want to get in. I want to crack the egg. Get into its goodness. See what it looks like. It's a hefty thing. Oh my god! It's like past the parcel. You open it up. And there's even more. Let's stop the camera from tracking me for a second. Let's move it down. No, not that far down, camera. Now the camera's died. Yeah, I can sort of see it. Now, sort of see me. Nice little pop filter. And then this is the actual microphone. How big is it going to be? Will fit nicely on my mic stand? That's going to be the question. Ooh, you arrived to unboxing. You do. I bought myself a new microphone, a new very fancy microphone, which is a Shure SM7B, which is this bad boy here. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to be able to stick this somehow on my boom mount, and it should mean all of my recordings are going to sound much nicer. It's going to go somewhere on here. I've got to figure out how to basically get this bit attached onto here, and yeah, it should make things sound very, very, very good. At least that's what I hope, because this was bloody expensive. I do have all the cables that I need for it, so if I do live stream tomorrow, we shall be seeing this. Worst case, just duct tape it. That's very true, we could just duct tape it. But yeah, no, looking forward to that. Right, let's get this to follow me again. Come on, follow me. Hand is up. Hand is up. Come on, camera. There we go. And yeah, let's just finish up building this rocket. I'm going to have to, you know, put this away for now. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with that later on tonight, I will say. Okay, cool. That is the first unboxing ever done on my channel. And now we're going to make sure that this works. So, I don't have to worry about finishing anytime soon now, because that was slightly worrying me. Right, we're going to retract that antenna. Then what I want to do is, I'm fairly sure this should all work. 558. Open. Right, we want to... Oh, cancel, actually. One tiny little thing. Force percent is 0. Force percent is 0. Yep, no, that is absolutely where it should be. Save that. Let's open up Leica 4 again. Now, we want to open up Leica 4 because I just literally want to steal the payload fairings. That's it. I want to come here so I can do that. That is tall enough. That will cover them both. Wonderful. Let's do this. Hide that away. And this will be our first lunar orbiter. And I think this should work. I think this should work just fine. Save it. Unlock cost. I mean, do we simulate this or do we just send it? Because I think that this should work. I think I should make an unboxing second channel. I'd be very good at it. I don't really know what I'd do. I mean, I do have the 4K camera now. Like, the camera that I'm using is, you know, it's a lot better than what I have been using for a long time, so you can actually properly see what I'm doing. It's just, I don't buy enough. Send it. Send it. I mean, I feel like we should send it. I'm not sure we need to simulate it. If I'm going to be honest, I think we should be good. We've gone supersonic, hypersonic. Every time I've decided not to sim something, I've regretted it. Oh, go on. Sure. The majority of people are saying sim, so we probably should sim. There might be something wrong. Let's sim it all the way through, because we've not done that for a while. We've not simmed a full mission. If we send that there, then that goes there, that goes there, then let's open up these payload fairings. Fairing open, because I want to see inside. That's that. Then we decouple that and that at the same time, which is fine. Then I suppose we could probably set that all to there. Then we decouple that. Yeah, there we go. That is exactly what we want. Fairing closed. Save it and sim. Let's give it a go. Let's do a full mission. Full mission simulated. It's been a while since I've done something like this. And hopefully it will all go according to plan. No balls, don't sim it. No, don't sim it. It's just one simulation. There's a lot of people saying send it, but to be fair, we have just sent quite a lot of things over the course of this series. It would be nice to make sure that it works exactly as it should, I feel. It would make me feel a lot more comfortable anyway. Next window is in 11 hours. Let's warp to, well, not warp to complete, warp until that window is here. It's going to be a nighttime launch, unfortunately. That tends to be the way when we fly over to the moon. And 59 seconds, that's fine. Last stage is going to be 3 again. And early shut-off stage will also be 3. If we engage autopilot, I don't know how, but somehow we've got more fuel there than we did before. What we probably also want to do is maybe do, as someone recommended, not 3.5 per second. Absolutely not. 0.35 per second, and booster pitch start, maybe we move this to 100, not 1,000, 100. That might make things a little bit better, but let's give this a go. No balls, don't sim it. Yes, my balls have retreated. I want to make sure that everything is good. I don't know half of the stuff that this comes with. What's this? What's this thing for? What does it do? Yeah, I'm hoping it will fix the plosives on my audio recordings, because when I have been recording, you know, videos for release, and also when I've been doing live streams, I have noticed that whenever I do like the P's and the P's and the buzz and all that kind of noise, it has the audio hasn't been great. I get a little shore thing as well. And then I suppose this is a much bigger pop filter. Was that just go on there? I'll go in. Oh, I probably shouldn't mess around with that. Oh, a couple of strips. I need to acoustically treat my room as well, I think. Right, now we seem that we are not pitching over anywhere near fast enough. But we'll see. I think maybe if we time warp a little bit faster, because we don't want to hit the point where we do this. Yep. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, we're still gonna make it, which is great. It's just that this light vehicle is just stupidly overbuilt. The fins were good. I like the fins, and we've lost the fins. But the fins also cause problems. It's annoying. Bro thinks he's Starship. Suboptimal. Suboptimal indeed. I think one other thing as well, whilst we're here, what we're going to do is we are going to come over and turn up the ambient light boost, because right now can't see anything. There we go. We can actually see the rocket. Does make it a bit more cinematic with the ambient light boost down, but it also means that, you know, when you're watching this, it just looks a bit shit, if I'm honest, because you can't see anything. And you want to be able to see things. Should make it to space still, though. We're going to have about 1,000 meters per second left on this stage, which is wonderful. We should hopefully fire up that next stage now. Or like any second now. In about 10 seconds. Because we are hot staging. There we go. Hot stage completed. This will make its way into orbit. And I reckon there should be another live stream tomorrow. Probably about the same time. And I reckon we'll fly this for real tomorrow. We'll probably tomorrow look at doing a lunar orbit, doing a lunar impactor, probably another few of those, just to get more science. We'll also look at maybe really pushing towards getting crewed orbit, because I think we're not actually that far away from it now, which would be fantastic. Really, really, really nice to get crewed orbit. Oh my god, my levels are so high. Why am I so high? Do full-time physical time warp, please. I'm no expert, but I don't think this should happen. No, absolutely not. This is such a long burn with the RD-105. I mean, that's good in a way, because it does mean that when we send crew up to low Earth orbit, that our crew won't die. Because, you know, G-forces. All that kind of nasty stuff. But it does mean we have to sit around waiting for like 3 minutes? 4 minutes? I mean, it's been 10 minutes since we launched. And we've got another minute. So it's about 11.5 minutes from pad to orbit with this rocket, which is quite long. Quite long. Not the longest, but pretty long. There we go. We have made it. Let's get rid of you. Let us plot ourselves out a flight plan. We're going to go add maneuver. I want the planned length to be 5 days. Add maneuver. We're going to go for about... Oh, no, actually, no, we're not. Because what we want to do... I'm flapping. We want to do this. We want to turn on this. That's fine. Active engines. We want to set those. We want to set that to be about 3,000. 3,120 seems to be sort of the golden target. We do this in about 16 minutes. We want to set flight plan. We want to go plotting frame. Lunar centered inertial. That looks pretty good already. We can probably do better. In fact, I think that was perfect in terms of time. We want to maybe just do a little bit more prograde Delta V. And we move the time forward ever so slightly. And we want to try and get low lunar orbit if we can. Because low lunar orbit would be wonderful. It's too much. We are now on an impact course. We do not want an impact course. What we want is... Right, we probably want to do a little bit more than that. Although I suppose... well, yeah, we'll go for about 100 kilometers. Like there. That puts us... When we get there... Yep, we are still facing the Earth. That's fine, that's perfect. That's where we want to go. Okay, this lunar orbit probably won't last very long because, you know, lunar orbits never do. But node in 15 minutes and 10 seconds. We're going to fire this up. And hopefully we've got enough RCS on here to actually make this work. Because what we want to do, basically, this is going to be a completely unguided lunar orbiter. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to burn for lunar orbit. Let us make Meki Jeb, Monsieur Jeb, do the next node. Lead time 8 seconds. Yep, that's fine.
Girlfriend laptop fund, 4 out of unknown.
That absolutely blasted me. Thank you very much, Blue. Thank you very much for the donation. Girlfriend laptop fund 4. Also, hi, I'm here now. Hello. I think you've come towards somewhat the end of the stream, but also, as you are newly here, check out what I bought today, or has arrived. Actually, no, I did buy it today. I bought it today and it arrived. I have a Shure SM7B, which is, you know, the podcasting microphone. So it means that you should hear my voice in the best way possible. I'm very, very, very excited to use this. And basically, when I next live stream, which should be tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that we will be streaming tomorrow. We'll be using the new technology, and hopefully should sound a little bit better. Then I need to acoustically treat my room. I think my internet might have just died, which is not good. Is an XLR? It is an XLR. Yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Let's abandon. Oh god, why are we so far off? Why are we still... Stop it! Stop it! That's not what we want to do. Oh my god, MacJeb is drunk. Right, well... This is not a great orbit. I don't know why that screwed that up so much. Not that it's the end of the world. Maybe I just had the wrong sort of things set, but I don't think I'm going to have the sort of delta V that's required to do this properly. But let's just make sure, yeah, so that does look good, but it's also not perfect. What we want to do is go to the flight plan. We're going to delete it. I probably didn't have the right engines active or something along those lines, but an orbit is an orbit. We're not quite there yet. We don't have orbits quite yet, but we will. So we're going to get there in 4 days and 19 hours. So let's make our flight plan 5 days. We're going to add a maneuver, which is going to be minus 500-ish. However much delta V. We've got 558. So -558. We might not be able to even get into a decent orbit, you know. 558. If we do an instant impulse, because that's basically what this is going to be. We do that at our perigee. We go. Right, we need to go up by the hours. Oh, we sort of get an orbit. It's not a very good one. It's a very, very, very wonky orbit. Let's go like there. Yeah, that's going to be our orbit. Like that. I'm not sure if that will fulfill the contract, but it means that we will get an orbit around the moon. I don't have the orbit. I don't have the contract picked up, so we can't really see if that will. But yeah, we'll make sure that the burn over to the moon is better. That's the problem. Oh, and why is? Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, the next thing, so to do sort of unguided orbit, because if we did guided, well, yeah, we'd run out of electric charge way before. What we want to do is set caps lock on now, and we want to stick to our node that we have just created. Now, obviously, because we're far away from the moon, this is going to be all sorts of weird. It's going to sort of mess this up. But we should get pretty close, and this should hopefully, maybe if we sort of move that a little bit closer to there, that is going to sort of get us to where we were before. And this means that this should still be fine. This should still be sort of like retrograde. The next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to spin this up. We want to have this spinning so that on the way to the moon, we keep pointing to our node. If we spin it up a little bit, it will be spin stabilized, so we don't have anything to worry about. It will not stray from this node at all. I reckon that's probably fast enough. I think that's probably okay. Then we can eject this, and we are now completely unguided, but we also have 263 days of electric charge. What we want to do is set pause so that Kerbalism doesn't kill us here, and that is looking very good. That's looking very promising. Yeah, there we go. Bye-bye, Earth. See you soon. It's a mad orbit, sorry. An eccentric orbit. Hi, Karnasa. Hope you're having an amazing day, and let's land this guy on the moon. We're not going to be landing this on the moon. We're not quite at landing on the moon yet. We're getting close. We're getting close. On second thought, that probably wouldn't fulfill the contract. No, I don't think it would. I think if we were closer to the moon, we would. I think if we got our initial sort of perigee closer to the moon, we absolutely would. I hit pause, so why am I still getting those messages? I shouldn't get those messages. But yeah, this is how you get early lunar orbits. Come up now. So node in 6, 5, 2, 1. There's the moon. 50 minutes. 40, 30, 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can probably burn at any time now. And yep, look, we are still pointing exactly on our node because we spin stabilized it. Please explain why my spin stabilization always wobble. Okay, thanks. I don't know. I'm not sure. The stream health doing alright? Why is... That's weird. It's very weird. Right, anyway, we can fire this up. And that will hopefully get us into a lunar orbit. I mean, it's... Yeah. We are in lunar orbit. I think. Can we decouple this bit? Why have we... Oh, we've still got the ring decoupler on. Oops. And that's just gonna, yeah, will stick with us for all time. And it's gonna stay in lunar orbit and hopefully get us an awful lot of science once we do this for real. Like 5, come on. yeah, we've still got quite a bit of science that we can do over here with this, which is great. We can get all of these turned on. No storage space for that magnetic scan, which is not brilliant. I suppose we only get 3 days and 19 hours when we're transmitting science, but maybe we could add solar panels to this, and we might be able to get a bit more. But yeah, we will be able to get lunar orbit just like this. But I think that will have to come in the next live stream, because I am far too excited to basically play with my toys. I want to get my new Shure SM7B out, experiment with it, and see how much better it sounds. There's probably a lot that I'm going to have to do in order to make it sound very, very, very nice. There's a lot of post-processing that goes on with these sort of things. But thank you everyone for coming along to the stream. Thank you, Blue, for the donation. I believe there's one other donation as well. As always, they are greatly appreciated. They make me want to stream more, because I am purely a man of capitalistic gains. But yes, we will be streaming again tomorrow, probably about the same time, 4 PM, maybe for about a similar amount of time, 3 to 4 hours, and probably streaming again on Sunday. Don't know if I've got any videos planned for this week. I've not edited any, but there's a couple that I do want to sort of look into. Might have a look at trying to get something out, but yeah, it might take a little while. But thank you for coming to this live stream. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, let's get to lunar orbit soon. Tomorrow. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Anyway, until then, I've been Carnassa, and I'll see you later.